Time right now is 8:13. Building wealth isn't just about making more money, it's about intention. Many people are doing everything right and still feeling financially stressed. Today, we're talking about a simple reset for a more balanced and empowered life. And joining me now is LaChelle Johnson. She is a financial coach and the author of Rise Rich, Intentional Living for First Generation Wealth Builders. First of all, I love everything about that title, and I think a lot of people are feeling the pinch right now.
Yes.
What have you heard from people who come in and speak to you?
Well, you know what? It's not really an income problem. It's a system problem. It's a planning problem, and it's an intention problem.
Okay, we're going to get into that in a minute because I completely hear you, and I'm going to ask you though, if you're trying to, you know, as the old song, make $1 out of 15 cents and pay this and pay that, how do you start to, you know, accumulate and save wealth? But let's get into the book. Okay, the Rich Rise era. Tell me about that.
Okay, this is an era where we're going to take a step back and be clear, because clarity is the new currency.
Okay.
The clearer you are, the more intentional you can be about giving your money assignments and putting a name to every dollar. If it's not about your bills, your lifestyle, or your peace of mind, then you might want to reconsider how you're spending it.
So every penny basically that goes out, know where it's going. Because I do find that, like, at the end of the week, especially after you get paid, you are just like, oh, let's go to Ross, dress for less. We're dressing for less, but you're paying money and you're not even thinking about it. Is that what you mean?
Absolutely. So do we really need all of the things that we're spending our money on? And a lot of times without a plan, we just start spending without, you know, it's like wandering in the wilderness.
Right.
And so by the time we make it out, we're broke.
Where's our money? Okay.
Where's the money?
So we talk a lot about, you know, you're feeling financially stressed, although you're doing everything right. The bills are paid, but at the end of it, do you have anything saved or maybe for yourself? Is that what you mean when you're saying basically we're doing it right, but we're still stressed out?
Yes. And so money is not designed, it's not here to stress us out. It's here to be used as a tool. So if we put some intention behind it and we have a clear plan on where our money should be going to feed our livelihood, our lifestyle, then, you know, you're in much better shape with your mindset.
How do we get that reset? How do we hit it? You talk about it in your book. Okay.
Yes. First, we have to shift our mind from from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. And then we need to make a clear plan. And I know that not everybody likes spreadsheets, but clarity is key.
Right.
So that's how we move from living check to check to living choice to choice.
We're looking at some of your tips there. Name the life you're building, schedule a 15-minute weekly reset practice, 24-hour spending pause, set one financial boundary this week, and declare your Rise Rich era. Let's talk about what we can do beginning on February 2nd this week to hit that reset. What would you advise people to do?
Write down all of your necessary spending. How are you going to keep a roof over your head, your lights on, and get to and from work, right? All of those things are important. And then write down how much money do you have left? Because a lot of times it's more than what we think. And then how are we going to use that to either multiply or bring us in more income? Because some of our income should be used to generate more. And I think we forget that. And so how are we going to invest and save for our future? Because we have to balance future and lifestyle. And sometimes they collide.
Often. Before we let you go, how can you possibly start to build that generational wealth if you feel like sometimes you're living paycheck to paycheck? Is it possible? And I guess what's the first step to trying to do that?
Well, sometimes we have to stop. We have to come off social media. We have to live a lifestyle that is sometimes a bit more modest. Sometimes we don't need, you know, all the latest fads and fashions. And we don't need to eat out and socialize as much as we do. So cut back, figure out where we can cut back and save. And, you know, for me, it was like making a huge jump. I prefer not to have a car note. Sometimes that one savings can take us a long way.
What are we looking at before we let you go? Is that your book release?
Yes, that was the book launch.
Okay.
It was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Breathtaking.
All righty.
So much support.
Where do we get the book right now? Where can we pick up Rise Rich?
Everything can be found on the wealthbuildinglab.org.
Okay, and that's how we get to you too?
Yes.
I love your title, Chief Richologist. And I know that's right. Okay, thank you so much.
you.
Let's start today.
Thank you.
Let's turn it around. Again, LaChelle Johnson, Chief Richologist and the author of Rise Rich. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All righty.